The dandelion wanted to break free from the soil and pull itself out of the ground, but when it looked back at its companions beside it, it found that they had already wilted under the scorching sun, collapsing one after another. It wished so much that they could stand tall, but this cracked soil would never give them any chance to revive. It knew clearly that to survive, it had to leave this hopeless place and find a place where it could get water. On the lawn across the road, the sprinkler was circling round and round spraying water. It was truly a paradise that weeds dreamed of. The dandelion became even more determined. Only by leaving this place could it have a slim chance of survival. It gritted its teeth, wrapped its fragile stem with its leaves, and with all its strength pulled itself out of the soil. It thought the hardest part was already behind it, but the scorching ground plunged it back into despair. Every step it took felt like stepping on red-hot iron. A piercing burning pain shot through its feet, but to stay alive, it had to endure the pain and keep going. Inching forward step by step, it felt like it had already traveled a great distance, far enough to touch the mist from the other side, but in reality it had only just made it to the middle of the road. After a long time of thirst and the blazing sun, it finally couldn't hold on any longer, collapsing on the road that led to hope. But it didn't give up. Trembling, it propped itself up, with only one thought left in its mind. Even if it had to crawl, it would crawl to that oasis across the way, because that was the paradise it longed for. But reality was always too cruel. When it was only 2 feet away from the grass, it completely lost its strength and fell. Yet with the last bit of strength it had left, it scattered the seeds it had carefully guarded onto that hopeful lawn. It turned out that everything the dandelion did was not for itself. It had long known that it might not make it to the other side and might die on the scorching road, but it was still willing to take this risk, only to pave a way for its children, hoping they wouldn't have to suffer like it did, waiting helplessly on the dry land. The next morning, as the sun slowly rose, young green dandelion seedlings poked their heads out of the moist soil. They bathed in the blessing of sunlight and absorbed the nourishment of water, no longer suffering from thirst, nor enduring the scorching heat of the sun. What awaited them was joy.